doing, guys? Welcome, man. It is good to be back in the chair. My legs are so sore. I walked like 50,000 steps while we were in Las Vegas, and I am fucked up, dude. I am fucking tired. Yo, guys, how are we? Yeah, get those wake hands up, man. It's good to see you all, man. I hope that we're having a good day, man. Vegas was fun. Vegas was fun. I hope everyone had a good time. I loved your Denny's order. Look, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I was a bit afraid of, like, I needed to know what I would actually get at a Denny's is I would literally just get 5 grilled chicken breasts a la carte. That is all I would have done. But I was, like, a little insecure about doing that because people, like, really like to food watch on Twitch and be like, dude, Wake is like a fucking eating disorder, dude. He doesn't do it, but, like, the thing is that everything is so coated in oil, I don't want to fucking eat it. You know what I mean? It's so coated in oil, I feel like shit after. I can only consume so much fucking, like, canola oil before I physically feel like shit. You know what I mean? Make no mistake, they were just, like, wet. You know what I mean? My order is even worse, too. What about S-Fan's order? Where he took the Grand Slam fit and just gradually substituted all the fit at, you know? All of the fit. Yeah, and we'll take the egg whites, and can we replace those with just, like, regular eggs? Sure, you have to have a room. I didn't expect to talk to a real person. I kind of forgot that, like, prostitution is, like, a legitimate business. Like, it is, like, a dignified and protected business in Las Vegas. And I was not expecting them to be so... Would you like a whore at your room right now? We have plenty of whores. We have a whole medley of them. I didn't even get to pick. They were just like, we'll send our girl to your room. Where are you staying? Like, what room are you in? We'll send one there. And I have to wonder, like, are they just making the rounds? Like, are they already there? How worked are these women? Like, from a health standpoint. Prediction on whether we speak about Palestine tonight? Dude, look. When you say things like that, it radically shifts probability in favor of speaking about it. When is the prostitute BG3 playthrough? Dude, if there was a mod, I would run a prostitute BG3 playthrough, undoubtedly. Prostitution stream at TwitchCon. Okay, man, I can't lie to you. I would legitimately love to do, like, an hanging out with a prostitute on, like, just a normal day, all day for a stream. That would be, to me, one of the best streams I'll ever do. I don't know why that's so, like, deeply compelling to me. I really just want to hang, like I pay their rate and they just kick it and do normal things. Like, I love S-Fan's idea of, like, getting a whole camera crew of escorts. We have someone working audio. We just never address it. You know what I mean? WakeWilder is Nick Cage. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. OTK is not a sex cult, by the way. Look, man. I feel like you can't beat the allegations with a dude like Asman at the helm. You know what I mean? Hey, Wake, saw you risen up the cheerleaders during the Gorilla Rilla bit? You saw me rizzing them? Wait, were you there? What do you mean? Or was that on the stream? Oh, okay. Yeah. You know, man, here's the thing. You gotta know that, there's always a time and place to Riz, and it's never at work. You know what I mean? Unless you're like Drake. And generally speaking, it's just not going to work out super well. And I'm a little ahead of that curve. Like, I know, you know? But Drake is cringe. Yeah, Drake is also kind of a pedophile, but, like, you know, like, girls will do it. Unless you're their boss. Why did you cheat on us with S-Fan? Honestly, he's just like hot and fleshy. I don't know. He's like a bear, you know? He's like a big, beefy spectacle of a man. Drake's preferred place might be a high school. Yeah, we're gonna go to a tailgate later. Yeah, it's called Fulmore High. It's he's stuck in Degrassi, man, forever. He takes him back. He shows up in a wheelchair and everything. Doesn't even go as Drake. He like fucking fully hides himself. No, it's so funny, man. Yo, what up, Ducky? What up, guys? I hope everyone's doing well and everyone's all loosey-goosey and settled in, man. He should stay in his Degrassi era. I mean, he already left it. I wouldn't mind if he returned it. I'm not a big Drake guy. I don't want to listen to him. I don't want to really be aware of him, you know? Like, the less I hear about Drake, the happier I am, typically. But I'll tell you what, man, today's been a weird fucking whirlwind. Oh, wait, have you heard his new album? I haven't, man. Is it decent? Maybe we'll listen to it on stream or something. Most mid-rapper alive? I don't know, man. It's one of those things where, like, he has such a strange, like, cult of personality surrounding him. Like, people love Drake so much. It's like, it's tough to, like, really cheapen his success. Like, people really want to listen to the fucking dude. I just don't get it. He's clearly talented. Yeah, he's talented. I mean, like, he's very charismatic more than he is talented. Like, I'm not, the T word's a big word. I'm not willing to go as far as to be like, Drake's clearly a fucking, you know, he's clearly like, you know, like a force. Like, I don't know about that. Like, Drake's like, he's good. You know what I mean? Can't deny he's good. He has a lot of good songs. I don't know. It's just a tough one with him, man. Did you see, you know, Speed got unbanned? We had some high-profile unbannings then. Isn't that nuts? I show Speed's coming back. I don't know if he'll ever stream on Twitch again, but I legitimately am very excited about that. Not because I love, like, Speed's content or anything, but because I really do believe that the more we can centralize streamers on Twitch, the better it is for the platform. I would love to see more people on Twitch.tv as opposed to any other competitor. It just bodes better for all of us on a metrics level, and I am a big fan of that. You know what I mean? Roman Polanski is also talented. I think it was more to say, like, you can't invalidate his success. You can invalidate his character. You know what I mean? But I also think you can kind of invalidate his success because, and I know that this is going to be a really, really hot take, but I think that success in music is not nearly as mystical as people want it to be. It's not like America's Got Talent, like you got to get discovered in this, like, you know, fucking, you know, like melee of 15 people. It's like, no, it's entirely produced, dude. Your success as a musician is solely contingent on a couple of things, namely your... Namely, one, your connections, and then two, your attractiveness. And as long as you are suitably attractive and if you are sufficiently attractive and sufficiently connected, you can cruise into a music career without a great deal of actual, you know, resistance, which is an important thing to remember when you're assessing, like, oh yeah, Drake is clearly talented. It's like, I mean, in a way, like, he's doing good, but, like, you know, like, is he the man? I don't know. Is he that dude? Does he really deserve to have the success he has? Probably not. But he's doing fine. Ice Spice, you know what, dude? The more, I was kind of, like, fucking on Ice Spice a little bit, where I was like, I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of what she does, but I looked at what everyone else around her is doing, and as far as, like, the female rap scene's concerned, she has a very unique sound. It doesn't mean that it's varied. It doesn't mean there's a ton of talent, but I understand why it stands out. You absolutely killed it at the Tailgate tour? Really? I didn't feel like I did anything at Tailgate. I felt really uncomfortable about how I did, actually. Like, I felt weird. Like, I was, like, very, like, I wasn't expecting to, like, have to do as much as I ended up doing there. And it's really weird talking with NFL fans because they are very, like, anti-vax, K-Kona coded. Like, they're like, fucking, I don't know, man, what the fuck's on that camera? Is that the cancel culture camera, man? I'm not getting on that fucking thing, man. No fucking shit, man. The Marshawn bit was kind of awkward for you, but the interviews were great. What do I do with Marshawn Lynch? It's like him and S-Fan are, like, the way I saw Marshawn Lynch was, like, If I talk at all, I will never beat the Peepo Talk allegations ever again. You know what I mean? Like, if I do anything, it doesn't matter if I even, like, am not speaking, like, to depth or with frequency. It was like, people don't want to fucking hear a word out of me. Marshawn Lynch is on camera, is how I saw that. You know what I mean? So I was like, don't say a fucking thing. You let Marshawn Lynch be Marshawn Lynch, and that's it. You know? It's not about you, motherfucker. The Gorilla thing was bizarre. That was so strange. Like, I'm still trying to understand, like, the whole concept, but, like, it's kind of nuts. That dude literally bought a $20 garage. Like, he bought a gorilla costume for $20 at a garage sale, and it's, like, been his whole job ever since. You know what I mean? Isn't that bizarre? Like, that's what it was, man. It's just a dude who bought a gorilla costume and, like, really made it happen. NFL fans love cosplay, but it's, like, so unrelated. It's, like, it's cosplay, but not, you know? Thoughts on playing a scary game or watching a scary movie during spooky season? Yeah, I'll probably do some spooky stuff, man. Honestly, though, that is S-Fan's persona, isn't it? Like, I think that's an easy persona for him, right? It is now? I mean, I think it was before. Like, what else would it have been? He's like, he like, is a gorilla. You know what I mean? Like, that's, like, what the dude is. At the core of it all, right? How long have I been growing my hair? Too long, man. I want to give it a good buzz. It doesn't feel healthy anymore. You know what I mean? So he's a black bear? You think he's a bear? Why is this fan a bear? I don't know, man. I think he's too cuddly for a gorilla. Maybe. I don't know, man. I'm on 3 years of no cutting. I feel like a barbarian if I don't wash my hair every other day. Yeah, it's a lot. But also, the more you wash your hair, the more it, requires washing. It's kind of a vicious cycle. Going to donate to Emily to do the hair trimmer prank. It's the only way Wake cuts his hair. I would not be upset at this point. It's like more neurotic than anything that I have it. Ugh. All right. Since COVID, I've just been buzzing my head. Too much work with the appointments. I mean, that's why I grew my hair out to begin with. You know what I mean? You need to fill a hair battle man with Will and S? That'd be a funny bit, just to have like a Twitch hair metal band in general. You know, like that's our thing. We just make shitty fucking pop metal. Hair metal I do not love. Yeah, just dumb. Same reason I grew my hair out. Yeah, I think everyone was like, I can't spend money on this. Is a heel stable to cause shit and create drama like WWE does? I don't know, man. We kind of have had that, and it always goes off the rails because once people conflate their like relevance with their ability to start shit, it never ends, and you get like the most fucking low effort dog shit drama until, you know, essentially no one wants to participate in anything ever again because everyone is at each other's throats. It's got to be the worst feeling. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like we watched enough of the fabric of Twitch socially implode, and we don't have to do that. Was Cutie a heel at one point? I find that hard to believe. She's like such a kind of unifier now. But I guess that was like her Raj persona, right? People were pretty vocal about that to me once upon a time, that she was like kind of, she was on Raj. She was the rabble rouser. She was the villain. I mean, I guess I could see it. I don't know. She was demon character? She was a demon to you? You would see her and think demon? Okay. Watch some clips of Cutie Cinderella going hambone. I would love to see some Cutie Cinderella stuff again, man. Not Cutie, or Raj. I mean, Cutie as well, but Cutie's already doing stuff. I just want to see more Raj. He's fucking great. Where did that guy go anyway? It's like there was like so much Raj Patel. What happened? I'm kidding. No, I don't need Austin. Austin's a good replacement. I just want to see more community events and community content. I thought it was fucking genius. And the absence of it, I think Twitch has felt, aptly. It's all fucked, you know what I mean? Off topic, where'd you get that shirt? Bro, hit that exclamation point shirt in chat. Get in that shit. Figure it out. It's all there. Raj gave his platform to Austin. It was like a dono thing. Austin's actually just a literal Nepo baby. He purchased Raj. That's how this happened. One-way ticket, baby. Headphones? I don't even know what these are. They're like some dumb JBLs I bought a while ago. They do nothing. Don't buy these headphones. They're pieces of shit. I just don't care about what I'm rocking here. When it comes to headphones, dude, fuck that. Like, I'm not gonna spin my wheels over this shit. You know what I mean? It's an easy in and out concept for me. I don't want to think about it beyond the fact that they go in my ear. And that is that. That's the whole fucking premise for old WakeWilder, man. All right. I gotta do a quick pee. As I was chugging water. I'll be right back, chat. Chair stream? Dude, my chair is so good. So do you prefer in-ear buds or headphones? Always headphones. Always headphones. That's why I use in-ear buds. Oh, shit. Okay, now I actually have to go, though, because my groceries are here. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 sec. Let's put on an animal video. I did not expect them to come this quickly, but I ordered some groceries for myself, and I have to go put them away so they don't rot. All right, animal time, animal time, animal time. Oh, my God. Whale explodes? Oh, my God. Why is that recommended to me? Holy shit. No, thank you. What the fuck? Super sorry about this, guys. I know that this is super inconvenient. Where the fuck are you, animals? Stay with me. Let's watch Bison Brawl. I'll be right back.
Often mistaken for buffalo, the mighty bison once thundered across the American plains in their millions. But due to human interference, their numbers have dwindled. Despite this, they are still formidable as the heaviest land creatures in North America. Throughout history, 6 species of bison have been recognized. Of those 6, 4 are now extinct. The two remaining species are the North American bison and the European bison. American bison are the most numerous and found in North America, while the European bison were successfully reintroduced into the wild after becoming extinct.
When streamer goes away, the rats come out to play. We wait all night and day to gamble our points away. Beach mouse, beach mouse,
and are the largest terrestrial animals found in America
mouse,
and Europe.
beach mouse.
They stand up to 6.5
mouse,
feet at the
beach
shoulder
mouse,
and can weigh over a ton.
Beach mouse, beach mouse.
Bison are nomadic grazers, known for roaming great distances in herds, eating as they move. They are good swimmers, able to traverse rivers half a mile wide. At around the age of 2 or 3 years, bulls leave their mothers and join a small male herd, which are usually much smaller than the female-dominated ones, or they remain solitary. Bison appear to be big, docile creatures with no care for what's
Sorry,
happening
guys,
around
we're back.
them.
Fuck me. What a mess. What a mess the start of stream was. I had to go places and do things. All right. Did the buffaloes die, or like was the how dark was that buffalo video? Should we make sure to never touch that video again? Was it awkward? People who choose heads down are 1 billion points right now. How much Gamba have we done? See, because like every now and then I'll accidentally put on a video because I'll just be like, oh, it says seal, and it's like whale eats seal viciously. Rips it limb from limb. From the tail up. Whale eats 6 baby seals in 1 gulp. Mother cries for 4 hours on camera, and I'll go and I'll like make my rice, and that'll happen, and I feel like a monster. You know what I mean? Like a monster. But yeah, man, Vegas is interesting. I don't know how I feel about it, to be frank, man. I don't know. Did you pick this on your run? Kick her? Oh my god, no I did not, dude. What the fuck? I don't... Can you even... That was... I didn't even have an option to, like, not kick a squirrel. I would have. No, that wasn't even a part of my story. What the fuck? When did you have the opportunity to yeet the squirrel? Something glorious about walking 20 miles down the strip to eat drinking $10 twisted teas. I don't know, man. It's fine. I'll be frank with you, man. Vegas is it's an amusement park for alcoholics. It's weird. Like, I did not find a lot to be super fun or redeeming about being in Vegas. And that might be a bit doomer, but I did not love the city. Yo, what up, Higsby? Welcome in. It doesn't give you the option to not kick the squirrel. Interesting. It's like a playground for scammers. Yeah, it was just really weird, man. Everyone's trying to get you to go to a strip club, and it's like, I don't need any help. I'm gonna go. Like, fuck me, man. Leave me alone. I'm making my way there. Let me make some other mistakes first. Like, I feel like the best case scenario for Vegas is that you go there, you win enough to go to the strip club, and you spend all of the money you won at the strip club, so it's like a net zero experience. But I feel like what happens is people go, they lose a lot of money, and then to console themselves, they spend a ton of money on, like, giant daiquiris and strippers. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's the nightmare, you know? But also, like, the true reality. There are some really cool things there, but you have to know about them beforehand. Like, don't get me wrong, I see why people would like to be in Vegas. I just, you know, based on my personal tastes and preferences, it was tough. There's almost too many strippers in Vegas. It's saturated, man. Strip clubs in most places are boring. You need to come to East St. Louis area. Now, those are strip clubs. You sound like the kind of guy who doesn't like a strip club if you can't get head in it. What do you mean? Strip clubs are always boring. Some of them just offer brothel-adjacent work. Well, yeah, that happens. Yeah. Yeah, you sound like there's a strip club in Austin that's famously sleazy. And whenever anyone recommends it, you know that they're like literal sex pests. This is where you gotta go. You gotta go to blank, and it's never anytime. They're weird. They're weird. It's a weird recommendation. No one has fun. Except the weirdos. Yep, Vegas is a centerfold overlap on the Venn diagram between guilty and capitalism. No, it's literally just capital. Like it is late stage capitalism manifest. Everything is for sale. From the people to the objects, you can buy it all, you know? And how better to buy it all than to win some money gambling with the odds obviously in your favor. You know, epitome of excess, 100%, dude. It's kind of cool, don't get me wrong. Like, I admired the spectacle of it more than anything because there's like this kind of, it's like a tapestry of things that would never have survived if they were built in 2023. You have like this absurd like Egyptian caricature of a hotel we stayed at. It was so weird. Like it's like we stayed at a place called the Luxor. And it's like a giant pyramid and they have like a bunch of sphinxes on it and like hieroglyphics that don't make any sense. It's just so bizarre. You could live there, Wake, for like a couple years. Could you live there? I could live there for a couple years, yeah. Has like a postmodern culture in the way it makes memes of other cultures. Yeah, no. Well, it's like cruise culture is kind of how I would describe it. You know, it's like why go anywhere else when you can go here? You know, why actually engage with a culture or a people when you could just have this? You know, it's super weird, right? Yeah, if you can keep yourself under control, it's like going to the circus, just witness the spectacle. I liked it, fine. It's just not a place I would think, like, you know, it's not where, like hope kind of goes to die there, I feel like. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't like, oh, man, I'm glad that I went. It was just like, it was more of a fascination. Like, I just got to absorb and drink it in. You know? Vegas is fun yet depressing. That all depends on how drunk you are. It all depends on how drunk you are. It's like one giant strip club. Strip clubs are fun if you're drunk. If you're sober, they're very weird and very off-putting. You know what I mean? It all depends on how capable you are of critical thought at any given moment. And then you're like, oh, this is bizarre. Not only is everything for sale, everything is being sold. Like, actively and aggressively. Vegas is where you live if you don't want to directly live in Cali. Yeah, a lot of people I know who, like, lived in San Diego, like, all the people who were, like, kind of like crunchy anti-vax bodybuilders that, like, wanted to live in LA for business, but, you know, didn't want to deal with, like, Gavin Newsom being like, don't get people sick. You know what I mean? Like, they all moved to Vegas, which is funny, because, like, it's the perfect spot for them, you know what I mean? It's like, it's like one giant Margaritaville, you know what I mean? I really wish we went to the Rainforest Cafe, man. That would have been so good. That would have been so good, man. Oh, Las Vegas, it does suck, though, because, like, you know that they literally looked around and they're like, what can we do with all this fucking arid desert? There's nothing to do with this. This all sucks. How can we redeem this piece of shit? And they're like, hold on. I got one. What if we promised to make everyone rich? It was the mob's idea? Of course. Yo, shalom, what up, quick? Build a big... Wait, Germa moved to Vegas for the industry benefits without the expenses of living in Cali? What are the industry benefits of living in Vegas? I feel like maybe, like, taxes?
You know, I have not feel like being...
Yo, I just want to thank you, Francesco.
Like, is anyone else
You know, it's like this,
the
past 2 months, man.
I don't want to be on a computer
ever.
Like
I'm so over the computer. I think Corona.
They can't
take me serious if you look at me like that. What? Fucking goddamn it, E-Money. Sorry, I linked that by mistake. No. It was, I think, exactly what we needed. When I think about what the stream needs to really get itself popping off, I think that's the case.
Hello,
Yo, what up, Based Hero? Dude, what is up with Mr. Beast becoming Jigsaw? Like, is this like late stage? This is late stage influencer culture. It's like this is what happens when you use analytics and the concept of like clickability as your sole barometer for value. This is fucking insane.
Thank you so much,
Mr. Jigsaw.
Yo, what up, Hazel? Thank you for the sub. Hey guys, by the way, I wanted to thank everyone. We have like always, pretty much since Camp Canute, had about like 300 to 325 paid tier 1s. And for the first month, I think really since maybe like last year, we qualified for Partner Plus. So we have like 360 paid tier 1s now, which is awesome. It's really hard to have. So I'm super grateful for that, guys. Thank you. Obviously, you know, the primes are super helpful. Don't ever spend money if you don't have to. But for those of you who do, it's super cool, man. So, you know, we didn't push for it, which is exactly what I wanted. Now, we need a couple more months of it, obviously. But regardless, it's just really cool, man. I'm really stoked. I get why he's successful. Well, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. A lot of success in entertainment is predicated on your ability to, like, endure what I think is, like, morally deplorable. Does that make any sense? Not to, like, throw shade or anything, but, like, there's always going to be an element of having, like, a sort of, like, relative Machiavellian kind of perspective on what you're making, you know? Like, your real, like, your barometer for value has to be analytically determined. It can't be existential. It can't be philosophical. It has to be, are people clicking on this? You know what I mean? And he has mastered that. And it is, to me, indicative of, like, the total degradation of collective thought. You know, where we've decided what is, like, our base impulse to click. And it's, like, danger, sex, money. And if he can find a way to incorporate those things, he will, you know? The problem is that it then becomes what determines, like, what essentially an entire generation of, like, moldable thinkers think about. Yo, thank you for the gifted, Higsby. I appreciate that. And so you have, like, this individual ultimately determining what we consume based on what it is, I think, like, the lowest common denominator. Or let's not, like, moralize it to that extent and, like, put people above or below. But let's think about it in terms of, like, what our most based instinct is to click on. You know, it's like horny, scary, or, you know, greedy, essentially. Money, sex, death. And he just plays on that in a way that's, like, super overt and to me, like, heinously vacant. You know what I mean?
Giant death trap, which is just one of many traps we've built. And for every trap this contestant survives, he wins $100,000. But if he fails one, he loses everything. The first trap is simple. He's got to break out of this cage and climb up this roof before the walls close in.
Like, this is bizarre.
Mac, are you ready? I'm ready! You sure?
I don't think he's a student of anything other than the algorithm. Not to, like, reduce Jimmy, because he's clearly very successful, but, like, I wouldn't be like, oh, he's a student of Freudian psychology. I think he's just like, you know what did really well? Squid Game. I'm gonna do Squid Games on my channel. Well, we can't do Squid Games again, but what else can we do that's similar? And he's slowly just becoming literally Jigsaw. It's late-stage capitalism. Hey, you poor, miserable fuck. Wouldn't you want to risk death to make money? Right? Can't make it any other way.
Sure, do it! That was a little rude, but okay. How am I supposed to get out of this? Hey, you want to hit? What? The roof!
It's like, it's clearly like a bunch of weird CG here, too, but, like, it's just funny.
Hey, Mac, don't forget 100 grams on the line. Oh my gosh, it's getting so close to the spikes. How does breaking the chair?
Carl Jacobs, why is he everywhere? You can't escape Carl Jacobs. It's like, it's the sole certainty in life. Where there is content, Carl Jacobs is just like lurking in the shadows, waiting to emerge. He's not mean or anything. Like, I've talked to him. He's a nice guy. But he's fucking omnipresent. You cannot escape Carl Jacobs.
Matt, come on! I'm trying! Jimmy, shut up! Oh, it's almost there! Matt,
Oh, he could just break steel.
Hey! Oh, fuck. Matt, come on!
Okay. Is Carl as high as he always seems? I have no clue. I think I talked to them about, like, I think it was at the Streamer Awards, and, like, we were referencing, like, I think we were talking about, like, what we wore or something. And I was like, where'd you get the earring? Because I like the earring. And he's like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, what do you mean you don't know? Like, how'd you get it? And he's like, oh, well, it came with the outfit. And I was like, what do you mean it came with the outfit? And he just kind of looked at me like I was, like, he's like, you fucking poor. He's like, a stylist put this together. Yeah, no, I have a stylist. And, like, kind of like, you're just kind of like looking like, he like darted his eyes away from me. And I was like, all right, I think I rolled myself out of his value system there. He's just like, the fuck, yeah, no, a stylist. Like, he wasn't, like, mean. I could just tell that he was, like, baffled that I didn't get it at first. And he seemed maybe a little less interested in being my friend. Nah, he was probably cool. I'm projecting a lot onto that. A little bit, bless your heart. But I'll tell you what Carl is good at. He's very unoffensive in a way that's kind of legendary. You know? Like, he can be there and, like, be, like, kind of a goober. Doesn't mean that I'm like, man, what would this have been without Carl? But you're never like, we can't have Carl back. You know what I mean? He's Austin show-coded. I don't think he's Austin show-coded at all. Austin is very different than this guy. Then again, I don't know. All I remember is that he was, like, omnipresent on Twitter. Minecraft streamers having to act kid-friendly forever? That's terrible. Yeah, look, the one thing I know is that if I'm ever going to have, like, actual relevance as a creator, I'm going to have the longest road because I do not appeal to children. You know what I mean? I do not appeal to kids. I am gonna be, like, strictly about how do I convince adults to watch me, which is much harder.
But I have a second trap set up for you right now. And if you risk this 100 grand,
dude, we're a minute in, and this dude has already completed the first challenge. Like, the fucking narrative economy of a Mr. Beast video is so frenetic, it's upsetting. Like, I don't get this. It fucking hurts. 60 seconds in and he's won 100K? Yes.
you can win 200 grand.
This is literally, and you need to know why this content is so fucking bereft of meaning, is that it is entirely predicated on flashing a number value and equating it to, like, it's like, you know, you fucking poor kids, all you want is money. If you have money, you'll have value. If you have value, you'll be able to have, like, you know, girls like you, and guys want to be your friend, and all these problems you face at present, in your fucking severed home with your angry father and your fucking dejected, dismissed mother, you know? All that'll go away once you win Mr. Beast's multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars for surviving his fucking, you know, Saw-adjacent Jigsaw game. It's weird.
They got it. But I also don't have a video if you don't say yes.
I'm doing it. Get in there.
Let's go. Max.
His content is for the TikTok gen? No, it's not. His content molded it. It's an algorithm that created this expectation of frenetic energy. It's not like it's a kid thing. Like creators are doing this by forsaking any... Like, it's second wave influencers who prioritized fame and money over content creation, which was like what brought a lot of people there, right? It's not like the child brain is different. It's that their influences are designed to like colonize their minds and keep them consuming constantly. It's to monopolize the attention economy. Like they're a victim of the essential like gluttony of the people who make things for the sake of making money and being known. You know what I mean? There was a really interesting time in the internet where kids were enraptured by the dumbest, like, they could watch a fucking 10-minute video with, like, 2 punchlines in it because it was weird and goofy. You know what I mean? And, like, kind of gone are those days. And it has everything to do with how creators are grooming audience expectation in accordance to what is most algorithmically successful. And they're conflating algorithmic success with, like, let's say, like, a sort of, like, philosophical success of some kind. It's like, it's not really good. You just don't know how to stop consuming it. Like, you don't leave being like, man, I can't wait to watch the next thing. You know what I mean? You're like, I guess I have to keep watching because you split this video up into 47 parts on TikTok. You know what I mean? And I do want to know what happened. He has mainstream palatability. He doesn't just cater towards kids. Are you talking about Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast doesn't just cater to kids, but what Mr. Beast does is he farms clicks through children. Like, you establish your algorithmic success and credibility through the youth demographic. Like, it is always the clickbaiting a certain value amount that has made this dude's channel and made him so omnipresent amongst youth consumers. And now they're older. Like, Mr. Beast has been at it for a while now. I mean, they're creating a new wave of content creators who believe that that is like the ultimate value, right? And maybe they're, gaming appropriately and they're like, I mean, if you were like a truly resolute content creator, you'd probably just find a way to like take out a loan as soon as you can open a line of credit and spend it on like giving away like $100,000 to a homeless person, because that will get you the clicks you need to be algorithmically valued.
That may sound confident now, but there are 10 more traps he has to get through if he wants to walk out of this with $1 million.
It's just stupid.
But first, let's see if he can win 200 grand. Welcome
We're at 1 minute and 23.
to trap number 2. Close the door. Well, glad we were not under that.
Yeah?
In these duffel bags is 200 grand in cash.
Copy this vid right now. Well, let's like, I don't know, man. Do we have like OG Niga Higa videos? Like it's so funny. Like what was so big on early YouTube? What's like the oldest? How to be a ninja, dude. How to be ninja. Like 56 million views. This was like one of the OG videos, man. It's so bad now. But like we had so much patience for the idiocy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't necessarily think that videos have gotten better. I think that, I mean, they have, but in a way that's, like, incredibly disingenuous and centered entirely on the ways they play to, like, a core, but oftentimes, let's say, like, less than valuable, like, impulse of sorts. But it was like, everything was built upon relatability. It was you being like, oh, I could do this dumb shit too. It's funny, right? This is you hanging out with your friend at a sleepover and being bored. In fact, it was a little bit YouTube went from hobbyists to professionals. I don't take issue with the professional component of it. The issue I take with it has to do more with how placation to an algorithm that prioritized engagement over really, I think algorithms as a whole, like narrowcasting and identifying what you want to consume, has made it so that rather than getting like narrowcasted content, everything kind of became quasi-homogenized under these like shared fears, impulses, and like, like wants. You know what I mean? Like it all became about flashing dollar amounts, doom scrolling for fear of what may happen to you or the world, or or sex, like tits. That's kind of it. Tits and dicks, Dicks are also important. But it's just interesting. Marshawn Lynch had so much gravitas. Oh, dude. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that when you quite literally do not have anything to gain from anyone, there's no fear of really fucking that up. It's interesting. Like, everyone wants to kind of... It's an unfair paradigm to compare things to. You know what I mean? Because, like, Marshawn Lynch is so omnipresent and well known. Like, he's such a fixture of, like, NFL, like, you know, culture, that to look at a guy like Marshawn and expect people to not, like, be, like, essentially, like, hanging on his every word, you know, like eating from the trough of whatever comes out of his mouth. I don't, like, of course everyone's gonna be like, the fuck's Marshawn about to say? Like, he's the fucking coolest dude in every room, you know? Dude, I gotta show you guys this. This was my first ever experience with Marshawn Lynch. I remember my friend showed me this Buffalo interview. It was like one of his first ever interviews in the league. Oh, dude, this.
The Oakland Raider.
It's so funny,
Junior
man.
high school, elementary school.
It's just Marshawn Lynch talking with a couple of kids for like 15 minutes.
What was your favorite subject in school?
It's so good.
Elementary school, junior high school, elementary school. My favorite subject in elementary school was PE. Yeah, that's when you got to go play kickball. I was a kickball king. Y'all play kickball? So y'all know about baby bounces?
Yeah.
You get that right bounce, and you get up under it, you kick it over the gate every time.
I fucking love
Do you have
Marshawn
any
Lynch,
pregame
man.
rituals?
Let me see.
Where's
Daddy,
this?
me know. Playing against Ray Ray.
Who are you looking forward to playing with, and who are you looking forward to?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry like I do, but you sitting in your hand, you know about some
Oh, wait.
game. I don't think y'all Atari.
If so, what do you play?
He's got great
do you
charisma,
play
man.
video games? If so, what do you play?
You ever heard of Atari? You have? That's an old school game. I don't think y'all know about Atari like I do, but you know, I like to play some old school throwback Atari with the little controller you sit in your hand. Yeah, look. Ooh. Look at him. He know about some Atari.
Yeah.
And some Super Mario Kart.
Oh,
Y'all probably don't know now. I serve y'all with Toad. Get that head lean.
Dude, my friends and I used to quote this interview all the time. Like Marshawn Lynch was so immediately quotable. Like, he stood above every other NFL player in so many ways because, like, there was this magnetism that wasn't built on hubris. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was so goofy and relatable, which was very rare. I feel like athletes took themselves so seriously for so long. Like, you had guys like Ocho Cinco and Terrell Owens who were, like, known for their antics, but, like... And then every other guy, you just had, like, nothing but, like, essentially like the BYU white quarterback kind of thing, you know, where you either had, like, essentially, like, the, like, egoists at, like, you know, skill positions, or the, like, BYU fucking Boy Scout quarterback that just annoyed the fuck out of you, you know? Which, like, frankly, every white quarterback ever kind of was, outside of, like, Peyton Manning, who was pretty funny. But he was still, his nickname was the Sheriff. I mean, like, the dude was still a Boy Scout.
You don't know nothing about that either, though.
That head lean.
Look. But yeah, that's them probably my favorite games right there.
Yeah. Why did you start playing football?
You said why?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, I was having fun playing it, you know, on the concrete, but
Why BYU of all universities? Because they're Mormon.
I didn't know how many more times I could run into the back of the bus, you know, and still be able to walk straight. So I thought I might, you know, slow it down a little bit, go get some pads, you know, and try to, you know, the contact thing for a while. And then I got pretty good, but...
Like, if we're ever going to attempt to deny that there is, like, a hyper-polished imperative to how you interface with the public, like, you know, the public as a whole, right? Within the Mormon church, like, that'd be silly.
You know, I started off in a weird position, which y'all probably wouldn't believe me if I told y'all, so I'm not
Were you always a running back? Did you ever play any other positions?
See, I just told you I can't tell you that. If I let you know that, I can let you all in my secrets and everything.
What?
Hey,
All right,
babe,
hold on, check this.
Go.
What was your favorite thing in Buffalo so far?
Dude, this is the best.
The buffalo wings at the airport.
I think this is one of the best responses in any interview ever given by an athlete, period. What's your favorite thing in Buffalo? The hot wings at the airport, dog. No doubt.
What's your favorite thing in Buffalo so far?
The buffalo wings at the airport. The best buffalo wings I ever had. That spicy. Woo. They're probably that's been my highlight since I've been out here. I ain't really got to see too much yet.
Okay.
Wait, don't tell Jay. Why
What
not?
was your favorite team growing up?
The Oakland Raiders. Yeah, I gotta go with the hometown team. I'm from Oakland.
It's so cool that he got to play for his hometown. He didn't even play like in his prime or for many like great like seasons. You know, I think he only really had 2 there, right? But to be like a real homer for a shitty team, like, dude, that's why I love bad. Like, there's a reason why I think Lakers fans are weak. Celtics fans, you're weak. You're weak people. Even if you're from Boston, find another team. If you're from LA, fucking watch the Clippers. You know what I mean? You sitting there and just riding the coattails of a winning team is, to me, the dumbest. Like, there's no narrative to that. You get every free agent ever because you have a history of success and you're in a fucking big market, you know? You're in a desirable city, so you get free agent advantage. It's like, dude, do you know how fucking big it is for us as Dallas to get any fucking washed up ex-all-star? We lose our minds, and then they disappoint us, and then we go back to the same cycle of collecting great draft assets, selling all of them for one washed-up all-star, and then losing again and again. Like, that is our cycle, and we live for it, you know?
So it had to be that black and silver.
Same thing with fucking Cowboys fans. What the fuck are you doing, dude? Even if you're from Dallas, like, they've won too much. You know? Like, no, I guess they haven't in a long time, to be fair. But they're such a fucking, like, Boy Scout franchise. Like, I don't know. Like, you know that they would never let any, look, man, any franchise that's, like, you know, they're like, that fucking Kaepernick makes me fucking sick. I couldn't do it.
What is...
Being from Milwaukee, this is too real? No, dude. Milwaukee, you guys have a lineage of success in so many of... Actually, no. The Brewers have kind of always sucked. The Bucks are an awesome franchise, though. I love the branding. You know, you do have some good history there. But, I don't know. The thing I love about small market teams is that when you have an all-star or like a superstar player, it's like, dude, that is the king of that city. You know what I mean? Like, you fucking love him. You cherish him. The fucking Lakers just got LeBron James, you know? He'll never be to them what he is to Cleveland, you know? No one gives a fuck in Miami. Like, fucking shut up, dude. That man is a fucking Cavalier, and everyone else is stealing him. And he should have played all 20-something seasons with the Cavs.
Is your favorite restaurant?
Wembanyama? Dude, if Wembanyama pulls a Timmy and spends his whole fucking career in San Antonio, I will be so happy for the Spurs. Even though they've gotten very lucky, it's like, dude, to retain players at what I think is the most flavorless, vacant, boring franchises in sports history is a true achievement. Do you know what I mean? Because who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares about the San Antonio Spurs? You have to be such a homer to care. Like, who wants to wear any of their branding ever? Outside of, like, maybe their 90s branding when they rocked that, like, you know, magenta turquoise or, you know, like, kind of like cream orange kind of color. But the fundamentals, yeah, dude. You want to watch fucking Tim Duncan shoot a bank shot over someone from the low block fucking 20 times in a game?
Restaurant in Buffalo?
Like, you have to care.
What is your favorite thing about training camp?
You said about training camp?
Wemby versus Chet highlights from last night went crazy. Dude, It was like watching two newborn drabs just bang each other's necks. Like, I've never seen two people be athletic and look less athletic in my fucking life than watching Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama go head to head. It looked like I was watching two marionettes play basketball. It just looks so funny. It looks so funny.
When practice over and I gotta go stretch my...
Dude, the funny thing about Duncan is, like, Duncan is so much more respected now than he was during his career, I feel like. Because he looks so much better on paper than he ever did, like, on the eye test. You know what I mean? Him playing football, or him playing basketball was, like, incredibly boring to watch. But then you look at how good he was for so long.
That's been the highlight of my... Feel so good.
Oh, dude.
My tight growing.
Think about training camp.
This is the funniest thing. Check this shit out.
What is your favorite thing about training camp?
You said about training camp? When practice over and I gotta go stretch my tight growings.
Gotta stretch my tight groins.
Had me in there in pain, but it feels so good. I don't understand how I could feel so good but hurt so bad. But nah, just being out here with...
I used to quote this with my friends all the fucking time. How could something feel so good but hurt so bad? We did that all the time. Like, if... Here's the thing. I didn't watch the NFL. I didn't even really watch Marshawn Lynch. I know nothing about his career, but this interview I quoted excessively through high school. Like, it's a good thing I didn't get to chat with Marshawn Lynch, because he would be so weirded out that I know this whole interview, like, word for fucking word. You know what? Like, that's what I know this whole interview. And this is the only thing I know of Marshawn Lynch. That's it.
But, you know, a lot of the guys with the guy who jersey you got on, being out here with Paul, you know, with Lee Evans, Roscoe.
Have you ever seen his interview where he talks about Applebee's? No, dude.
A-Train, just, you know, being around those guys.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. Honestly, that was based as fuck, man. I think the NFL has such a ways to go in being a players' league. Like, it's such a fucking K-Kona, like, we own you league, and I think it's almost problematic in comparison to the NBA that's very, like, front-facing players' league. Like, I hate how it leads to people getting out of, like, structured contracts and, like, forcing their way into fucking super teams so that they can contend for titles, because I think it ruins small markets. And I do think that the league has to do something about that. But I do love how much more front-facing the players are in that way. NFL and NHL are bad for that. I don't know much about the NHL.
Been the highlight of my camp so far.
You ever get scared playing in front of all those people watching you? Or nervous?
Nah, when we on the field, it's just me and the defense on the other side. You know, all the
That's so good, man. Marshawn Lynch is such a fucking legend, man. I'm just here so I don't get fined. What was the, hold on.
This is why I say I'm one of the hardest niggas in Madden. I have one of the most best offense in Madden history. Look at this shit. Look at that nigga. Greg Jennings caught that shit. He's right, last play of the game. But dog, earlier though, the nigga broke his fucking
leg though.
How is he running with a broken leg? Look at this nigga holding this shit though. Dog, he put the team on his back. Dog, let's go inside the mind of a Greg Jennings. Dog, I gotta do this shit. Team my fucking back though. My leg broke. I don't know how the fuck I'm running right now though. I'll do this shit for Madden.
Gonna be about that life.
Oh shit, Darren Sharper. One of the most
hardest hitting safeties in the league.
But I put the team on my back, dude. Fuck it. You can't stop me. Cross the plane. Touchdown. Greg Jennings. 49-20, man. Fuck with me. Definition. Oh, yeah.
Dude, Darren Sharper, hold my dick.
Whoa. Look at this shit. Look at this. Let's get into it, man. Mean. What's up, niggas? I'm back.
Dude, I want to be real, man. I think Marshawn owes this dude something for the amount of like mystique and celebrity he brought to his career. You know what I mean? This is one of the best videos.
Let's get into
like
it,
best
man.
like just creator videos on the internet. You know, just a dude.
Hasselbeck get a ball to Marshawn Lynch. Whoa! Look at this shit. Look at this nigga. Look at this motherfucking beast. Look at this. Whoa! Hold on. Get the fuck out of me, pussy. Oh shit! Look at this shit. Running touchdown easy. And Darren Sharper. Hold my dick. Look at this nigga. Look at Drew Brees. Oh, that's easy. Nah, look at Marshawn Lynch. Y'all did that shit for y'all niggas, man. This shit was so nasty. Look at this shit. How the fuck do you get through all these motherfuckers? Look at this shit. Whoa, get the fuck off me, bitch. Pussy. Hey, you little nigga, get off me. Child's play. Look at this nigga, though. I never seen a nigga put his team on the back like this nigga. Darren Sharper, hold my dick. Look at this shit. I gotta do this shit. Fuck Madden. For Seattle right now. For T-Brad. For all them Seahawks, though. No, you can't take me down. You need more than that. Hey, little boy. Little boy. Damn. A Superman, though. Look at this shit, though. So much determination, though. I never seen this before in the NFL, though. A nigga put his team on the back like that, though.
Darren Sharper somehow managed to be a central figure in both of these. It's fucking unreal, man. And he's just getting clowned in both. Unable to pull it together
Marshawn,
at the fucking
feel,
at the 5.
Greg and did the same thing. Shut up, Drew Brees. Easy. Remember, man. You gotta put the team on your back, man. No matter.
Yeah, it is kind of surreal having met the dude. I'll be real, because like this dude was super omnipresent in media throughout high school for me.
What you do?
I didn't flex that enough. My friends I have to tell my friends from high school, so I feel like I've done something with my life.
Fuck what you do, man. In life, man. You gotta put the team on your fucking back at all times, so man. Real talk, man. And it's like, shit. When you put a team on your motherfucking back, you know what I'm saying? You feel so good. You gotta carry these young niggas to the promised land, though.
You know what, man? How much did this dude popularize the put the team on my back thing? I feel like it's got to be pretty fucking prominent, yeah? Like wait.
For a while, you called the NFL the No Fun League.
Yeah, man.
Because you had some great moves.
They might have fined me for this.
How do you know we won't fine you for that?
Oh, it's cookies now. Unless you got a check for me?
No.
Oh,
I got no money. No, I'm curious. Like, you call them the No Fun League because you like to celebrate in the end zone. You like to celebrate when you had a great run with grabbing.
Look at how, like, I swear to God, this dude does not feel like he's the coolest dude in this room as far as he's concerned. You know what I mean? Dude's on Conan. Looks like he just like he's there because he has to be. He's in sweats. He didn't even dress up. Dude's just on Conan, sitting there like, fucking, when do I end?
Grabbing yourself in a certain area. I don't want to get too vulgar. I don't want to, get too nasty.
So did you mean like you talking about Grandma Ding Ding sauce?
What? What do you call it? Grandma Ding Ding sauce?
No, man, grabbing my Ding Ding.
Oh, grabbing! I thought you said Grandma Ding Ding sauce.
Hey.
Oh my God!
Like, wow. You gotta leave my grandma
I thought that's what you said.
No, man.
Also
Bring
good.
my grandma into this.
I thought grandma into this.
I don't want to talk about anybody's grandma.
And you know what? My grandma like you, so I know she right. Mama, I apologize for him right now.
I didn't
Is
do
this
it.
on? I apologize for him right
This
now.
doesn't work. This hasn't worked in years. Listen. Okay, grabbing the ding ding sauce, yes.
Yeah.
I apologize to grandmothers everywhere. And Andy, you heard the same thing.
I did. I did hear grandma.
The two host thing is such a funny dynamic for Conan, where he just has this dude who's there on the fucking couch giving color commentary.
And I thought he was.
So Conan's phenomenal, man. So one of my favorite college professors, he wrote on the Harvard Lampoon with Conan, and his description of Conan and working with him was, to me, like, It was the most glowing praise I've ever heard, where he just looked at me and he was like, Conan O'Brien is to comedy what Albert Einstein is to science. He just gets it. Like, no one will... I don't even think that the people who, watch Conan's content know just how fucking funny he is. He's like, I've really never seen it. There's never been talent that's been so evident to me than just, like, talking with Conan O'Brien. You know what I mean? Which is unreal. Any advice on good cock exercises? Yeah, I mean, dude, for me, I notice mine gets a lot bigger when your mom's around. So spend more time.
I thought he was just confessing to being prematurely gray in a very specific area.
Damn, I ain't that old. I've been retired for what? A week?
No, sometimes.
Damn,
I heard Grandma.
Yeah, we heard.
Dude, these fucking Amber Alerts. My God. I don't have time for this. I'm working. You know what I mean? You gotta know that kids are getting their own Amber Alerts now, right? Like, they have iPhones. They think they're just, like, going out for coffee with their dad. Oh, Dad said he could pick us up. They feel that fucking ring, like, oh, fuck, man. This isn't gonna be good.
Man, this called for. It was called for.
Leave that alone.
Damn,
Man. So the NFL, they did not like it when you would grab the ding-ding sauce.
Nah, NFL don't like a lot of stuff.
They don't like...
No, it's true. The NFL kind of sucks, man. Like, they're not nearly as fun as the NBA. I stand by that, man. The NBA lets the players roam.
A lot of stuff, now...
The fines don't matter.
You're out in the world. You can do whatever you want. You can, like, if there's no line at the restaurant, at the Olive Garden, and you get right up to the head of the...
Because they have to placate to, like, the fucking, like, play the game the right way, like, armchair dads, in a way that the NBA doesn't, because the NBA is cool as fuck to kids. I feel like the NBA is more youth viewership than anything.
Line, and you want to celebrate, you can grab the ding-ding sauce.
I mean, I could do it right here.
No.
Oh, my bad. I mean...
Dude, he's so ripped.
You've got to stop that.
This dude wanted to get high with S-fans so bad.
My bad.
It's a problem.
My bad.
He might have been the only person who could have gotten through it. You got a girlfriend today? Beastie Boys, why are you on Twitch, dude? You got a girlfriend. No one believes you when you do that. When you come into my chat and be like, I got a girlfriend today, by the way, in my chat, late at night, why aren't you with her? I'm kidding. I'm proud of you, dude. Congrats. Mazel tov, you beautiful soul. Mazel tov. All right, guys. Let's see what's going on LSF today. Surely this will be fun. Destiny on women blindly supporting fake Me Too stories and female streamers supporting Nico Lol. Oh, God. You know what, dude? Nothing has exposed to me the average media literacy of people I know than how they respond to this Israel-Palestine debacle and how they interpret anyone who is doing anything short of, like, essentially supporting active warmongering in Palestine. It's fucking insane. Like, I've never witnessed people who have been so patently and retrospectively against things like the war in Iraq not see the parallels between the two. Did you see Mia Khalifa got booted off Playboy today? Yeah, I don't know what Mia Khalifa's saying on Twitter. I do think that there's a fine line if you want to be like a forward-facing person and try to convince people of like the legitimacy of your side between like really like supporting death of any kind and making it clear that you support the liberation of Palestine. Does that make sense? A lot of people want to make clear that they support the liberation of Palestine and don't want to see I think like what has become, I think, a very unhealthy kind of relationship with, a sort of like might makes right. We support the, individuals with the most power and influence kind of thing. The random Israel posts in people's Instagram stories and moving on with their day is infuriating. Yeah, I agree. No, it just tells me that the literacy of it is horrible. The death has been bad on both sides. I think that the death has been categorically more, let's say, abundant on the side of the oppressed than the oppressor, but I'm never going to cherish the death of any civilian in particular, or soldiers for that matter, because all of them are an arm of their, political leadership, like their government and their ambitions, their hubris, their gluttony. That's what's going to create the fucking, bloodlust that we see presently. It's anyone who's like, fuck yeah, Israeli children dying. Like that is horrid. You know what I mean? And not even in a fence-sitting way. Like, I'm adamantly in favor of the liberation of Palestine. It makes absolutely no sense to dick ride anything opposite that. I'm not going to be happy that people are dying, but I'm also not going to support like a fucking untethered all-out assault on the most like densely populated, one of the most densely populated environments in the fucking world. You know what I mean? I'm not going to support actively and indiscriminately carpet bombing that area in response to a retaliatory attack, regardless of how horrid that attack was. In the same way, I never would have, supported any kind of military deployment in the Middle East post-World or post-9/11. It just made no sense. Mia was kind of unhinged, but there was a lot of people saying the same thing about what Israel's doing, and they are praised. Yeah, but that's the thing, though. It's like the status quo stance. I will say there's definitely power in everyone perpetuating a stance because it makes it seem as if it's common sense. And so all that you're seeing with like celebrities giving like completely unconsidered regurgitated takes on something, it definitely puts people in a position of being like, oh yeah, this is the case. Destiny tweeted. Why am I clicking this? You forgot to change uniforms before stream? Yeah, I mean like, again... I think that it's, antagonism has always been a route to relevance for him, so it's not going to be new. It's about what you'd expect from the guy. All right, this is a Mia Khalifa tweet. Let's see. I have time today. Free Palestine. If you look at the situation in Palestine and not be on the side of the Palestinians, then you're on the wrong side of apartheid, and history will show that in time. I stand with all oppressed people everywhere until no one is fighting for freedom. Fucking loser. I'm from Lebanon. I've lived with more air raids with the IDF than your tiny privileged brain could ever know. I'm a fucking trained sniper. Where's that Marine, the like SEAL Team 6 Marine copy pasta? What'd you say to me, you little shit? It's kind of there. But no, this is... Let's see. Work through, nothing but tall tales of a land that doesn't belong to you, created by a military that has nothing to do with your peaceful, God-loving religion. Don't ever disrespect me and my experience with what geopolitical war is. Again, you man-child. Jesus Christ. She's kind of popping. Standing with oppressed people is valid in that regard. I don't think Mia's off. I don't know if I will, blanket support the death of, like, I'm not going to sit here and act as if the killing of Israeli civilians is something that I think is, like, ever good or just, and I'm not one to wash my hands and be like, well, you know what they say about love and war. It's like, no, you're killing people, and it's fucking awful. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, you're not going to engender support for the liberation of your people by, killing the individuals who, have a much more privileged position in the, Western world and the media that the Western world disseminates in turn. You know what I mean? It's not gonna work out well, which is certainly scary. 1 million children live in Gaza. It's like 40% of the populace is like under the age of 14, correct? Pretty fucking insane. It's just so awful that people view both sides as balanced. Yeah, I mean, look, I think the problem is that anytime you have kind of like a rogue extremist, like, anything that can be dubbed as like a rogue extremist agent, you're going to get a tidal wave of contempt. It's much easier to vilify that than like a military doing its job, The narrative can be painted in a way that's incredibly disingenuous. Foreigners are killed too in that visiting. But it's very obvious that one wields obvious, global and local power over the other, and is, look, when one side has the ability to essentially shut off all resources to the other, it's clear that there is an oppressor and an oppressed. Do you know what I mean? and that the individuals with the ability to stop that, you know, are clearly the ones who are the oppressor, correct? If I illegally take land, I should put innocence on it to protect my move. Yeah. Finding it interesting how different people's takes are on this issue, even people who usually agree. I was hearing much different stories from Hassan and Vosh. Yeah, it's been interesting. I'm finding this to be one of the most captivating displays of, like, it's become like the ultimate litmus test for media literacy amongst people I know. And super interesting to me. But this plays in really neatly to, like, general Western contempt of Muslim people and Muslim groups in particular, you know, like anyone who's organizing in the absence of governance, you know, to protect the population is going to be seen adjacent to like an ISIS or an Al-Qaeda or something to that extent, and in turn be much more easily vilified on the global stage, which is tragic for the Palestinian people who have been, you know, subjected to very obvious and ongoing apartheid. It's the only thing that's gotten me through to share information on Instagram from IMEU. Yeah, sure. Hassan and Vosh have near identical takes, but Vosh doesn't have nearly as many people clipping him out of context as Hassan does. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what her take's been so far. War versus terrorism. Yeah, killed versus dead. You know what I mean? X amount of Palestinians dead, X amount of Israeli people killed, murdered, etc. You know, one is given a humanity, the other is treated like an animal. Okay, yo, that tailgate stream with Espen was awesome. Hey, man, I'm glad. I felt real weird about it personally. I didn't know if I was giving my best, so it's really cool to hear. That's like really, really cool. What did Destiny
Girl
have to say
behavior
here?
is actually fucking disgusting.
Dude, look at him go into incel grift mode. For someone who like also like very obviously like adamantly opposes a lot of like incel communities, and like he goes on those fucking dumb bait podcasts, but like this is like it's such performance. Like what the fuck was that, man?
When it comes to supporting other women for the Me Too stuff, they don't even read the twit long.
I think it's fair to say that there's an absence of support, or not an absence of support, but an absence of like, let's say like measured response. Like it tends to be very, let's say like overzealous from the jump before a lot's known. And I don't disagree with that, but it's like why are we leaning into like the doubt women concept, which I think is tough.
And they're already out.
Like it's a tough position to put yourself in.
They're collecting their like tiaras.
Vosh was saying they want death to all Jews and was pretty tolerant of what Israel was doing. I think that the conflation of Hamas, or what people are going to interpret about Hamas's messaging, whether it's valid or not, I'm not sure, and what like Palestinian people want generally, and even if it's a matter of what Palestinians want in like a religious context, you know, when it comes to like having their own kind of ethno-state of sorts, it's one thing, but like, I don't know, man, to act as if, you know, there's not an obvious disparity of power and resource control, the ability of one to continue to drive and essentially starve the other populace is that imbalance of power is indicative of who has, you know, the ability to resolve conflict and who's, you know, essentially at the mercy of the other party's willingness to do so.
For supporting a fellow queen. It is actually fucking disgusting when they do it. Holy shit. I will forever be triggered by that Nico shit. I will forever be triggered by that.
Oh, the Nico stuff? Okay. Why is this person adding Milena? The fuck? Oh boy.
Shouldn't have deleted your comment.
Oh boy.
Male Natuti. More people should get to see the values and priorities of these self-centered Twitch streamers. Twitch has revolved their entire moderation/harassment standards around. True.
No bias here.
What was this thing?
Male Natuti? Who's saying male Natuti? Did he say that? Did I miss it?
Standards around. Their entire moderation/harassment standards around. Of these self-centered Twitch streamers. Twitch has revolved their entire moderation/harassment. Male Natuti.
How did I not hear him say male Natuti? Oh my God, male Natootie. I think Destiny plays up his takes more on stuff considering women to try to get on red pill / black pill guys to consider his more progressive takes. I don't know. I'm not a fan of getting Machiavellian about that personally.
True.
I think that whatever it is you go on to say essentially dictates the audience that, you know, occupies your community. And I think if I know much about the communities as a whole, that, you know, they're more representative of the reactionary takes than they are the considered, more thought-out ones.
What was this thing? What's the Nico shit? Nico is a girl that was upset that her ex broke up with her, went to his house, and beat him up so bad that the cop...
I feel like this is like a really interesting kind of one-off debacle. But I do think that generally speaking, supporting and encouraging women to come forward with their stories of abuse and ensuring that you have, you know, created an environment that allows for justice to be, you know, materialized is incredibly important, and that the more you encourage that kind of transparency, the higher the likelihood is of individuals who abuse power, influence, etc. to be held accountable for that. So I don't know. I do think that people tend to see narratives and like perpetuate them without a great deal of like conclusive evidence. But I'm not sure I'm willing to say that like there's a true net detriment to that, in that I don't know many people who are themselves actively accused of wrongdoing, especially with multiple accounts, sort of, let's say, like affirming or let's say corroborating that experience, who, you know, aren't in some way guilty there, right?
Cops actually came, they arrested...
It's just like we're doing this textbook, like finding the incredibly rare incident in which an individual lies and using that as the rule, and identifying this sort of like, let's say, I would say that there is a extreme selection bias amongst entertainers in general and their capacity to lie for attention and to engender a sort of sympathy that they feel themselves to be deserving despite their potential guilt, right? Yo, Cowsmoo, thank you for the sub. And so I'm just not super duper willing to align with that stance at present. I don't know. I find it to be problematic to like take these one-off instances in which, you know, likely like narcissistic or individuals with personality disorders, you know, blatantly manipulate public support for their own, you know, enrichment or celebrity, and those who are really just trying to pursue some form of justice for crimes that the world has, you know, historically had no interest in holding people accountable for, right?
her and she was convicted for domestic violence. She and every fucking woman on Twitter.
Yeah, he's really rearing. He's really gearing up, man. He's got the gamer words in the cannon. Forza seems a dono from an Israeli viewer.
Crafting. Crafting.
Forsen, come to Israel.
My first ever non-prime sub. Appreciate you and how you chat with us every night. Hey, Cows, thank you so much, man. That means a lot. Thanks for all the love, dude. Big love. Thanks, man. Forza got that old Twitch chat still. Look, man. They just want him to come to Israel.
I'm not gambling. No, I'm not doing it. Chat, I'm not going to.
Squeak's holding the line.
You have to. You lost. But I did it when I won. Just one case? Okay, fine. Just one case.
Squeaks is loving his little CS arc. I think it's sweet.
All right, just last one. Last one. Last one. Last one. Okay, please. God, what have I become? Let's do a Prisma case. Okay.
This is such cool art. Holy shit.
Last one. I'm not a degenerate.
Does he get a knife?
Are you serious?
It'll happen for you too, chat. Just do it.
What the fuck?
I'd like to deliver the knowledge to you that a parasitic bird exists. Don't call XQC that. Yes, he's thin-boned. He's not a parasite, okay?
Wait, what the fuck? No way. Wait, are you?
I have only ever gotten dog shit blue items. I don't even want to admit that that happens. Fextra Life bots Quinn69 videos? What?
Fextra for life. Fextra for life.
Is he trying to illegitimize his fucking metrics?
Fextra for life.
Is he like outspoken against Fextra Life? I'd
Fextra
imagine
for
so.
life.
Jesus
I stand
Christ.
with Fextra Life.
Help a brother out with rear delts. I don't feel like they're activating enough, even with face pulls. I don't think face pulls are ideal. I prefer the pec deck, dude. Get on that pec deck and really focus on stopping the movement short of when you start to really activate the traps in mid back, which happens, a little bit further in the motion. What happened to his cam? The fuck?
Wait, 2.2k upvotes? What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? Like, have I got a Fextra Life bots?
They don't know what to do with themselves now. They're all untethered. All right, what do we have? We had a thing here today.
Bird.
What? That is an unintended terrible joke.
It's not funny. Jesus. Jeez.
I do believe that was not intended. That is actual fail. Thank God we had an actual live stream fail today. You know what I mean? Actual live stream fail. Because that was definitely not intended. Definitely not fucking intended. That's funny. Oh, fuck, man. All right, what else do we have here? Eris unfollows Kojima. Who's Kojima?
If it's anything like Metal Gear Solid, which I think it will be, Part 1 is the best.
Eris is always
Speaking
worth
of,
watching.
I unfollowed Kojima. I'm so sick of seeing this guy's tweets about that shit. I fucking unfollowed him today when I was taking a shit this morning. I did it. I'm sick of this motherfucker. Every time I unfollowed his ass. Fuck that guy, dude. I hate that shit. The way he tweets images and pictures of...
God, dude, he looks so wise, you know? He's like a Coomer alchemist. You know what I mean? Like when you look at him, you're like, this dude could teach me how to make a pocket pussy out of any 5 household items I give him, you know? This is Forza in 40 years. Eris has talked more in the last 2 streams than Forza will in the next 40 years, in no universe.
Death Stranding makes me feel like he thinks anyone on Earth gives a fuck about Death Stranding. Who is telling him this shit? The guy is surrounded by sex robots.
So can Soda? No, Soda's too privileged. Soda's been too famous for too long. He only knows how to buy things to have sex with. But Forzen seems like a real salt of the earth. Yo, thank you for the fucking tier 1, Jake. But when I look at Eris, man, I see a person who you know, that is a true salt of the earth masturbator. You know what I mean?
Robots that just constantly suck his dick. No one tells him the truth. And when they do tell him the truth, he's like, Americans are morons.
Americans are morons. Canute enjoys Lamborghini. It is fast, yes. When you put your foot on the pedal, it goes very fast. All right, hold on, guys. I gotta pee again. Give me a sec.